Welcome back to another video, folks. Today I got another webtoon slash manhwa called The Extra Academy Survival Guide. Now, I've talked about this manhwa like way before, like way back. I made a video about it, recommending it to you guys and talking about like how nothing crazy has happened yet, but it has potential, you know. So keep it in your eyesight, you know, check it out. And let me tell you, these recent chapters that I've read, absolute cinema. I just binged like a couple 30 chapters and oh my god, this is by far one of the two best manhwas that I've read that is based on like a school setting getting transported into a novel slash game-esque like setting. And the other one, the first one, is Novels Extra, and this one, The Extra Academy Survival Guide. So let me give you guys like a pretty quick rundown of what the story is about, okay? And then I'll talk later on more about the recent chapters. Basically, we have an MC who gets transported into a game. Now, I don't really know what you'd call this genre because he didn't really die, so he didn't get clapped up. He just got teleported into this game. And in this game, he gets possessed into a character named Ed Royfler. Now, the problem with this is that Ed Royfler is a third-rate villain. And so he has to live his life as this scumbag piece of shit, or at least that's how this character is supposed to be, because in the original script of like the game, he's just like a villain that's just there just for the MC to show off and clap his ass up, and then you forget about this villain, you know, like nobody's. But that's not what happens to him. He gets kicked out of his family line, and the MC possesses him right at that moment where he gets kicked out of the school dorms, and it's so bad to the point where the family cuts him off. Like, Ed Royfler, I don't know who that is. Son, I don't have a son named Ed Royfler. What are you talking about? That's just a peasant peon piece of scum, right? That's how bad it is. And you realize he's a pretty scum piece of crap, okay? The character at least, not our MC. And basically you follow the journey of Ed Royfler as he tries to grow his status from becoming a piece of shit scum third-rate villain into a respected honorable student, you know. He first starts off, since he got kicked out of the dorms, in the forest, and I don't know what's about this, but it's just so wholesome to see him growing his like hut or tent and like turning it into his own home and like making it bigger and bigger. I don't know what's about it. It's just awesome to see, and you can see the students' relationships as they first think of him as like a scum like in the school, and then they start to realize he's not as bad as the rumors said. And then they check out like his humble abode, I guess you can say, his tent, or basically his home in like a forest, and they realize, damn, he's a pretty nice chill dude, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much the essence of the story. You just watch him like try to overcome these obstacles and turn his status away from this scum looking ass dude. Now there's obviously more to it, but that's just a short premise of what it's about. And now let me get to the latest chapters. Oh, now this is spoilers, so if you guys haven't checked it out, I recommend you guys to leave, okay? Now first and foremost, let's get into the faking his death part, okay? That whole scenario act. Now I don't know what's about it, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just a sucker for these. Oh, I died, or I faked my death, and now everybody is like, oh, I must take revenge type shit, you know. I don't know, I just really like it. So when that happened, I was like, oh, cinema, absolute cinema. All right, that whole part, I loved it, especially when they get into more of the other characters. Now they don't go into like every single character, but they're slowly building it up there, especially with that swordsman guy. I forgot his name, the coward swordsmanship guy. That whole ass story, I was like, dang, he has a pretty sad backstory. Yeah, that whole thing was crazy. But what's crazier is this like last chapter that I read, which I'm kind of sad that there's no more chapters and I have to wait. But basically, you know what, everything is going fine. We cleared these like last chapters, like I mean last acts, we cleared them up, you know. Now he went totally off script, so the future is gonna change obviously, especially with this act of like saving his sister and turning her into the present, which is completely different than the original script. So obviously you'd expect something different to happen, but this is not what I expected to happen. The next day, you know, just saved my sister from these accusations of being a killer, turned her into the president too. You know, I'm feeling good. I talked to the scientists as well, you know, watch out for this dude who can read minds, sure. And then Ed goes to like this competition thing, yeah, whatever, you know, everything's flowing well. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're just like, what? What's going on? And he checks the window. Oh my god. The final act boss, primordial dragon of destruction, pops up that can just eviscerate the whole high school. I'm like, hello? Where the fudge did this pop up from, mother effer? Let me tell you, this is not what I expected the last chapter to be like, or like this latest chapter to be like, okay? I was like, what? Everything was going peacefully, and then all of a sudden, boom, destruction of evil just pops up, alright? Now, first of all, I thought, calm down, guys. We got this. We got Lucy, Miss Gojo over here. Everything will be fine. Because, she had a promise to her master to like protect the school at least once. And then she pops up and then defends, and I'm like, oh shit, she can't clap this dragon up. And then the principal is holding it off too with Lucy, and they're still struggling? Oh hell no, man, we're cooked. I don't see how Ed would figure this out, because so far it seems like the school is about to go bye-bye, and he's going to overdrive mode too. And I just love these type of main characters where they're like, I don't even care if I like hurt my body or something, because he just used this ring or whatnot, and his whole arm is like freaking burning and whatnot because him going overdrive with his mana. So his mana circuits would be done for. They'll be like fried after this, okay? I don't know what's gonna come next, but yeah, these recent chapters have been absolutely bangers, alright? Absolute peak cinema, right? So, and yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm sorry, I just had to talk about it. It's just so good. And I'm kind of sad because I just finished it so quickly. Oh, why? But it is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, go check out this manhwa, this webtoon. It is in Webtoon, like the site, or you can just search it up, whatever. It is what it is. And yeah, that's all for today. See you guys next time. Peace.